welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay and I am StitchyFifer here on YouTube and over on Instagram. A very warm welcome to you if this is your first time visiting my channel. I hope you find something that you like, and if you do, please click on the like and subscribe buttons and select all in the notification drop down so you're advised whenever I upload new content or go live. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and spending some more time with me today. Your support of my channel is so much appreciated. So, today I'm doing my live stream. This is an abundance of fruit, which is for the Heaven and Earth Designs 2026 Stitch Along. It's one of 12 charts that were offered, and this is my choice. It's artwork by Severin Rosen, and one, two, yeah, right, okay. I am stitching this on 25 count easy count. Fabrics by Zweigart, and I am using CXC floss 1/1 full cross. For most of you that know me know that I normally work in diagonals of 20 stitches and I normally park, but I've decided to do cross country within the diagonal. That way I'm still sort of sticking to my diagonal, so I'm still seeing the progress, but I'm not it's a wee bit quicker than my parking, because this has a deadline on it. I have to get this finished by early to mid December, shall we say. There's 86,156 stitches, and I have done 7,445 in total, which is 8.64%. And today I've stitched 937 stitches on this so far, not counting these ones that I've not marked off yet. Where are we there? So let's just mark those ones off, those three. So 940 stitches so far today on this. I think my record for any project in this since January is 1,700. Something like 1734 or something. That was on my kitchen shelf supersized mats colour, as I did last week. I've not done any updates videos yet because I'm still trying to figure out my rotation. I was going to do my 2 days, and I was just going to do stretch 2 days, move on to the next one. But every time I pull out my big supersized mats colour, I feel like I'm not getting enough progress, so I thought, right, I'll do 4 days. Got to the end of the 4th day and I was still enjoying stitching on it, so I ended up doing another day. I think there's 1 more day or 2 more days. And then I thought, right, I'll do this for a couple of days. So this is the 2nd day. And I thought, right, what I'll do is I'll spin the wheel every week and I will have my weekly stitch. But then I thought, well, that kind of defeats the purpose of my weekly updates if I'm only going to be stitching on 2 projects. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. Watch what you're doing, Oscar, please. Careful. Oh, no, you can't. Oh, no, you can't have the cable, baby. And I can't move any further over, so you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to figure it out and try not to lie on top of buttons because you'll turn the telly off. Turn telly on. What are you doing? Do you want to put your bum down? You can lie there, but yeah. Sorry for the camera, quick. Right, that is as far as I can move. I cannot go any further because I'm right against the side of the sofa. You're just going to wriggle and wriggle and wriggle until you get comfy, aren't you? I can't move any further. Right, you just lie there then. You're a pest. Mm-hmm. It's like sitting next to a blooming eel because you're wriggling. So what are you guys working on? And Charlie is not in the living room. So he must be in the bedroom. Right. Anyway. Are you lying on top of scissors? What's that? Are you lying on top of scissors? Cause I can't. Where are they? Where's my scissors? What have you done with them? Well, I've got a spare pair. Ah, find them. Hi Lizzie, how are you tonight? Oscar, do you want to lie still without wriggling? Oh, Hen's the weather affecting you? Because I'll be feeling a bit off too. I know my friend next door's got fibro and she's sometimes affected by the weather changes like this because it's quite a deep change as well. We've got winds and we've got, yeah, quite a strong wind and rain. Oh, you're going to lie still now, are you? Good boy. I don't know if you can hear him purring. Right, now what colour's that? Yeah, I had to put compression gloves on last night. My hands were sore. I've got arthritis in my knees and I've possibly got it in my hands. I've also got, we think I've got Raynaud's. And sometimes that, when that flares up, it's my hands. Like my whole of my hands start aching, especially if I get too cold or too hot. And if there's a big change in pressure, it affects it, so. I don't know if you can hear the wind. My next door neighbour's bin went flying down the street a wee while ago, so. Or one of them. Don't like it when it's like this. So, can I just say at the start here while I'm working on this? Oh, not quite. I was going to say 1,000 up, but not quite. I'm still 40 stitches away from 1,000. I think I'll pull another project out tomorrow. How are the cats? Oscar is lying next to me on the sofa, wriggling like an eel and purring because he likes to lie beside me and just get on my nerves. And Charlie, I think, is lying on my bed because he's not in the living room. But they're fine. They're fine. I'm surprised that Charlie's not through here beside me because he doesn't like the wind. Hi Jane, good evening. Thank you. I'm glad to be back on live. I'm just trying to decide my rotation. I was going to do the 2 days or 1,000 stitches like I did last year. And then I went and pulled out the kitchen shelf max colour last week rather. And I got to the second day and I was still enjoying it really a lot, and I had been doing quite well with the stitch count. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and get as close to my 12,000 target for the year as I can. So I stitched on it from Thursday last week until Tuesday this week. I stitched on it every day and I've got around about 6,000 stitches. So I'm just shy of 6,000 stitches. So I'm halfway towards my goal for that. And then I thought, you know what, I might just do this for them all. Set a target to work towards my goal and do it that way, but I don't know. What I like about my 2 days rotation is normally by the second day, end of the second day, I'm starting to get bored of the project, so I like to switch it. I still feel like I'm getting some progress with saying 1,000 stitches, so what I might do is I might just do just a straight 2 days, doesn't matter how many stitches. But then I get projects like the kitchen shelf and the part that I was stitching on Tuesday was full of confetti, and it was like I was struggling to even make 500 stitches for the day, and I thought, nah, it's a bit off-putting. But we'll see. Right, if you're wearing earphones, take them off because I'm about to open a can. Three, two, one. Ouch. Bend my nail back. My God. Bet you thought you'd never see the day me sitting stitching cross country. I think if I'm going to do any cross country, it's going to still be in the diagonal though. I don't think I'll give up my diagonals very easily. Not for, at least not for these ones where I'm doing the cross country like this. I find it it's the same as when I was doing my Van Gogh roses last year. What count is this? Is this 25 count? It's 25 count with CXC 1/1 full cross. I don't know why I've decided to try it, but I just felt like I was getting nowhere. And because this has got such a tight deadline on it compared to my other projects, and I was wanting to get 6 pages done minimum by sort of like early December. And in fact, I actually want to complete it because it is one of the reward charts that I want. Oh, here's Charlie now. You come to say hello now, have you? So I'm giving myself till middle December, which when I started was an average of 200 stitches a day, or 250 stitches a day, or thereabouts. But I've had days where I've hit 5-6 times that, so I'm well ahead. And Stitch Pal says if I stick to an average of 650 or something, it would be done by June. So the sooner I can get this done and off my list, and I can get on to other things, then the better. It's my go-to for full coverage is 25 count, Lizzie. I've got a couple on 18 count, which was from before I got my eyes tested last year, and I got before I got my new glasses, and because I've been struggling a wee bit on the 25 count, and I got new glasses, and I got glasses specifically for cross stitching, which I'm needing to get them to look at again because I don't feel there's much difference between them. So I'm going to have to speak to the optician again. Where am I? That one. One more stitch. Right. This mark goes off. Right. Take that over to there. So I'm a wee bit over into the next diagonal. I'm not sticking strictly to the diagonal. If I'm a couple of stitches over, I'm just especially in like this area because there's quite a few. There's like this bit's covered in like maybe 2 or 3 diagonals. So what I'm doing is I'm sort of taking it over to the neck, to like say where the, excuse me, itchy nose, because the colour's changing there, but the next row it comes down to there, so that's going to be too far over. So what I'll do is I'll maybe bring it back over a couple of stitches, so it's kind of feathering it in a bit. So I'm not doing the strict 20 stitch wide row on my diagonal. I'm a couple of stitches over. If it's fewer than say 5 or 6, I'm stitching it. If it's more than that, over, unless there's no other stitches around of that colour in that part of the next diagonal. If there's no more stitch, let me start that again. And I get to the right hand side of the row. If there is a couple of stitches over, I'm stitching them. If there is fewer than 6, 5 or 6, I'm stitching them. If there's more than 5 or 6, as long as there is no other colour, no other stitches of that colour in that area that would be easy for me to get to, I'm stitching them. Feeling that, I just go back across. If that makes sense. Probably not. Hopefully it would make sense once you see it actually in practice. Me? Oh God, no. I've got 25 projects on the go. 26 including this one. I started 21 new projects last year, Lizzie. I was going crazy. I think, Jane, you're monogamous, are you not, though? Or maybe 2 or 3. I don't think I could do monogamous stitching now. I tried it for monogamous May, but it was just too much. Made sense to you? I'm glad it wasn't as clear as mud then. Would you believe it? I'm sitting on 999 stitches. Oh. I ended up doing 1,000 yesterday. I stitched for about another hour after Nicola's stream finished yesterday, and got up to 1,025 yesterday, so which is a bit average for me at the moment. So it's not you that's the monogamous one. Is it Patsy? No, she's got a couple on the go as well. She tends to bring one out until she gets bored of it, doesn't she? I think Michelle's monogamous stitcher. I've not actually seen her owl that she's doing, but if it's anything like the one that she's just done, the monochrome ones that she's just done, it's going to be stunning. I'm a bit nervous about starting that one, the library, but imagine if I just treat it the same as I would treat my full coverage and just do diagonals, it'll be fine. I'm looking at, I was looking at it the other day, and I was looking at the PDF, right? And I was looking at the chart. And I was sitting there, I was looking at it, and I was thinking, okay, I can't see the path because it's all the same colour. Whereas with these full coverages, you can at least see where you're going for the most part. Right. Is it you that's doing, and you're not doing, are you doing a squirrel? Or is it Sharon? There's quite, or is there a couple of folk doing the squirrel, I think. I'm going to be doing the library for Monochrome March. Or as I was calling it, Monochrome Madness. Because I must have been mad to pick that chart because it's huge. There's as many stitches in that as there is in this. I must be mad. Thinking I'm going to do that on 25 count. On white. Well, I'm saying white, it'll probably be easy count because it's my first monochrome. To get my eye in. It's not my first monochrome because I do long dogs and things, but it's my first one that's that type of monochrome. Oh, for goodness sake, come on, thread on the needle. Ah, you're done, of course. How's your dancing going? I wish I could do it. I'm too self-conscious to do things like that though. Right, I've got 2 more stitches. Do you think I can, on this row, wonder if I can get them out of this bit of thread. Thread chicken, guys. Oh, maybe just. Mm. All right, that's that. Charlie, do you want to be quiet, please? Stop walking about moaning. Oscar, don't start chasing him. I might be getting some zoomies in a wee while. Charlie! Hi, Maddie. I'm just reading your comment now. I'm just reading that out. It's gone well. We've been dancing together for over 20 years. That was a shock when we worked it out. There's a recent video from a pre-Christmas social dance where we are the only two on the dance floor doing a Viennese waltz. Not sure I enjoyed watching myself though. Same. I don't like watching myself. If I'm looking back through a video to see what projects I was doing, or to try and find a bit for a thumbnail. Excuse me, Charlie, be quiet. I'm like, as quick as I can get through it. Sort of fast forward right through it. And I don't like hearing myself on film or on tape. I think that doesn't sound like how, you know, I don't sound how I think I sound. I sound a lot higher than what I think I sound. Probably because my, you know, it's echoing within my head. I don't think anyone really likes watching themselves. Where are you going? Right. Just park you there. So I'm still parking. If my thread doesn't finish, if I don't finish my thread, I'm parking it in the next diagonal. $3.10. Did you get your dog out for a walk, Maddie? Because you messaged, you said you were going to try and squeeze a walk in, so I'm hoping that you managed to get that done before the weather got too bad. Struggling to thread this needle. Oh. Why does it always seem to have a struggle getting 310 on the needle? There we go. Right. Maybe a bit better. Charlie, do you want to stop being a pest and just go and lie down, please? Yes, go and eat your dinner. Mm-hmm. Oh, for goodness sake. I'll try that again. I did earlier, it was a little rainy but not too bad. I also finally got told that backlog. Alright, what you're told, what you're awarded, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to read out your whole comment there because, yeah. They're quite good when they say that they're going to have it in within a certain period of time. Normally, so yeah. I'm glad that you got that sorted. It'll be a bit, no, it'll be a bit peace of mind for you. I've also switched my needle size. I've always used 28s, but I've switched to 26s. It's because of the state my finger was getting in, with getting jabbed in my finger by the eye end of the needle when it was, you know, they would bend and, oh, just a nightmare. So I switched up to 26, which is what I usually use with 2 strands. And I'm actually quite enjoying stitching with 26 on the 28, the 26 needle on 28 count. I don't know if it's making the stitches any neater, but it's certainly making it easier to stitch. I'm not getting stabbed in the finger every time I, you know, every time I make a stitch, I'm not getting stabbed in the finger or in the same spot all the time. I'm also finding that I'm not needing to sort of force it through the same. I still don't know if I fancied trying the ballpoint ones though. It's probably going to be Monday. If it's not tomorrow, it'll be Monday. I don't. If it's anything like the Universal Credit one, they don't pay it over the weekend. My Universal Credit payment, if it comes in, if it's due in over the weekend, I get it the Friday before. Which always comes in handy. Oh, you twat. Charlie, will you be quiet? Because I'm really struggling to concentrate with you. I know you don't like the wind. I know you don't like the wind, baby, but you don't have to go about shouting at it. It's not going to chase it away. Okay? You walking about the house shouting, it's not going to chase the wind away. Just settle down. Charlotte, go and stop doing that, please. Stop it, you're shaking everything. You can lie on my knee if you want. Because Oscar's moved, so there's plenty of space. Like, since I've switched over to the corner clamp, it's lifted it up by about 2 or 4 inches. This means that Charlie can get on my lap and I'm not battering him in the back of the head when I'm making a stitch. So he's happier. Oh, that's it. Right, okay. I see now. What you're... Yeah. Oh, crap. Right. Let's try this again. Mine seems to have died down a wee bit, Charlie. Maybe you walking about the house shouting has done the trick. Hmm? Got all these colours that are in this shade in here. When you look at it, you think it would just be browns. There's burgundies in there, there's blacks in there, browns and greys and greens. I really like this artwork. I'm going to see if I can find some more. I think artists might have one by him. I think is it Contemporary Cross? The one that does all the different arts, different pieces of art. They've got a couple. You just don't ask me for help with it because I don't do iPads. I'm an Apple girl for my phone, but that's necessity. But I like I was an Android. I was for years it was Android phones I had. It so happened that the phone that I was given was an Apple, and I quite like it. I quite like my iPhone, so decided to save up to get myself a new iPhone. It's hard. Especially when you see nice patterns that you really like. I think I might be put myself on a no buy for patterns for the year. And just stick to like the freebies and stuff like that. It's certain ones that I've already got. And I'll put them, if I see a pattern that I like, I'll maybe put the money to the side and say, right, you know, I like that pattern, but there's the money for it that's going to go towards my new phone. And then once I get my phone, I can start spending again. One, two, three, four. Eight, three. Where's... there we go. Yeah, I have to admit, I like my. I'm going to have to stick with Android because I like Pattern Keeper. I tried markup and I just couldn't get along with it. So yeah. But the thing with markup is it works on both Android and Apple. So it's too much of a. It's not as intuitive as Pattern Keeper. Right, where? Aha. Well, that's why it's been a pain in the bum. Well, it's two strands, not just the one. Because I'm a twit. Oh, Charlie, will you be quiet? Please. That's the wrong colour. After all that, it's the wrong colour. It's the one next to I want. It's that one. Wonder where your cards are, Jade. Have you been spending too much money? Oh, for goodness sake. Never have a problem with this thread getting it on the needle, for goodness sakes. Pardon me. I do apologise if you heard that. I think what I might do next month, pick one of my cross stitch studio ones to work on and just work on that like an hour a day, and we just film that as a stitch with me through the month, because I was thinking about joining in the monthly stitch along. I don't know. Maybe get a bit more progress in like the McGonagall's library or something. Charlie, go and be quiet. Because the thing is nearly January done. Do you not think it's been quite quick for it being January? Ah. Plumber and your new washing machine up here. That should be you for a wee while though. I've got a funny feeling my washing machine's on its way out as well. It's starting to make the... When it spins, it's rattling. It was rattling before it was spinning, but it's really getting quite bad now. But we'll see. If I can get to the end of if I can get this year out of it, I'll be happy, because by then I'll be in a better position, hopefully, to put money aside for it, for a new one. And I want I want to actually get a new machine and not a second-hand machine, so. Tumble dryer should be okay, hopefully. It should last me another couple of years. But what I'm going to start and do, once I get the washing machine, start and go around all my big pieces of, like my big, like my cooker and my fridge and that, and have a right good look at them and see whether they're working to their best, and if they are, then I'll keep them. But if they're starting to go a bit, or not be as efficient, shall we say, I'll look to getting them replaced, and I'm going to buy new stuff. But I'm just going to do it as I can afford to do that. That one hasn't died down. That one's gotten back up again. Please tell me it's not knocked my green bin over. Green bin's my one that's got all my cans in it. I can hear cans rolling down the street. Hopefully it's not mine. Right, we're going down to your I don't feel like January's dragging this year like it normally does. Maybe because I wasn't absolutely skint coming out of December. Still had some pennies in the bank, so I didn't feel so skint. Payday didn't seem so far off. I don't know how I managed that though, because right, let's just mark these three off. Is there any up there? It's a big jump. Can I do these going up the way, I wonder? That's what I'll do. I'll do these ones going up the way. So there. Charlie, will you please be quiet? Oh. Right, I see what I've done. Yeah, I have to admit, Jane, when I'm going looking at stuff now, and I look at them and I look at all the displays, fancy displays and all that, and I think, all the more things could go wrong with it. I've got one. The one I've got has just got a dial on it, and that's fine. It's working not too bad, but like I say, it's starting to do the rattle. Not quite the death rattle, but it's not far off it. But yeah, when I look at them, when I'm looking at them on the like on Amazon and Argos and that, I'm looking at them. I'm looking at them. I'm looking at these displays, and I said, yes, they are lovely and shiny. They look fantastic, but it's all the more things that can go wrong in it. It's like I've got a fridge freezer, but I've decided when it comes to replacing it, I'm going to save up a wee bit extra and get a fridge and a freezer separate. Because if my fridge goes, I've lost my freezer as well. And if my freezer goes, I lose my fridge as well. So, you know, I'm going to get an under-counter fridge and a chest freezer. Plus, I can probably get a bit more stuff in the chest freezer than what I can get in the fridge freezer, because those drawers don't hold an awful lot. It's actually stitching up really nicely. I shouldn't sound surprised. I've been doing heads for a few years now, so I shouldn't sound quite so surprised. Right. Charlotte, go and stop doing... Oscar, even. Yeah, I'm giving you the round. It's not even you that's doing it. It's Oscar. I'm sorry. You were getting the round. It wasn't even you. I think Oscar's just wanting to play. So I think you'll have to go and play with him. I don't even know where his springs are. His little springs are. I don't know where they are. 3031. Put that away. Right, what's next? Where are we? What are we on? Right. What are you doing? Do you want to get your head out in the carrier bag? Thank you. Just trying to get my chin off from my baked potato, aren't you? Shame I didn't have a tin of tuna because you guys could have had some tuna tonight instead of cat food. Instead you got stinky beef. And then when I give you your tuna, you just don't want it. I'll give you the pouches with tuna in it. You don't like them, do you? I think you're getting bored of those flavours. I need to see if we can find something different. So what are you guys working on tonight while you're watching? I think tomorrow I'll pull out number... No, in fact, no. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do spinny wheel. And see what comes up. And that would be my project for Friday and Saturday. And then I'll do another full day on this on Sunday. And then 2 days on whatever comes up on the spinny wheel on Sunday night. And try and get into a rotation, do it that way. Yeah, if I can get it to work the way I want it to work. Just to remember that it blacks off each week, each project until I've done them all. And then I can reset it. Just means that I'm not doing I'm still doing my rotation stitching, but not in a set order. Charlie, please stop. Because I was going to do my rotation as normal, go through 1 to 25. But then when I was working on the kitchen shelf, it reminded me how much I had missed working on my older project, because it felt like it was forever since I had stitched on them. So I think this is going to be better, because that should be a mix of old projects and new projects. I think we'll just write January off to some stitch what I want when I want madness. And we'll start out from February, probably. What date is this? This is what, the 22nd. I've got a week and a bit, a week and a half. I'm going to get a bit more on some of the older projects. I might pull Harmony back out tomorrow. Because I was just starting to get into that and I switched it, so. I might change it to 3 days, I don't know. Like I said, the goal for each project that I've got is 12,000 stitches, or if it's sitting at under 12,000 stitches at the moment, like say my Fisherman's Friends Long Dog or Peacock and Rosie Sampler, both of these are under 12,000 stitches remaining. So these are potential finishes for the year. So I might just do.
This is a reminder. Take medication.
Alexa, stop. It'll be 9 o'clock then. Yeah, I think that's what I might do. I might change it to 3 days instead of 2. as long as I stay under 30 projects in total. No, 28 projects in total, right? That means that I'm in my shout of getting my... No. Forget that, it's not going to work. It's not going to work the way I want it to work. It would be a 1 day rotation if that was the case. For it to be a 2 day rotation, it would need to be no more than 14. And I've got 26. So I need to cut that down if I'm going to do that. So, yeah. But projects that I've got that are less than... Because, I mean... Right. If I'm doing 12,000 stitches as my goal for each project, right? There's going to be some projects that I get to 1,000 stitches on quicker than others. So that's going to balance out the ones where I'm struggling to get my 1,000 stitches in the 2 days. So do I do away with the 2 days and just make it a straight 1,000 stitch rotation regardless? I should have thought of this through last year before I did my whip parade. Yeah, I've got 26 including this. 25 standard whips and plus the saddle. So I've got 4 potential starts for the year. One's a well, 2 are definite starts, and that's Monochrome Madness, the library one, and the one for St Andrew's Day. So that's the 3rd one in the set. I want to start another supersized max colour for the 1st of June, just celebrate my birthday month. And I want to start another long dog actually on my birthday this year. Not like days after it like I was last year, so I need to pick it. But I want another one that I can get my teeth into. And let's see, come on. I think I might call it quits there, because I've done 1,143, 1,143 for the day. My eyes are starting to play tricks on me, and I'm missing holes, so I think we'll call it quits and I can do that. So let me just pop that total into we'll do that, and we'll go 1,143. Right, this month so far, I have stitched 19,219 stitches. My goal for the year is 300,000. So in order to do that, I need to stitch 25,000 a month. So I need to do another 6,000 before the end of January. But I want to give myself a wee bit of leeway as well, so in case I have a bad month. Because last year I fluctuated from, there was some months I was struggling to get 25,000 and there were other months where I was hitting 35,000. So I need to try and find a happy medium. So I think that's what I'll do with the, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to call it quits there. Which one? Are you asking which supersize Max colour? Cosmic Bowling by Amy Stewart. It's been on my list for ages, and I used to play 10-pin bowling when I was a kid, so in the 80s, in the early 90s, I played for Scotland, so it means a lot to me. And my dad and I sort of bonded a lot over the bowling, because he used to do 10-pin bowling as well, and my mum did as well when she was, before she got ill. My brother as well. The four of us, yeah. The family, family of five, four of us did 10-pin bowling, so it was a family thing. So that's going to be hopefully what I start on the 1st of June. So I'm going to be putting money aside now for getting the fabric and the floss. Oh, I hope so, Jane. I hope I do reach my targets. I don't think I could ever reach the lofty heights of Nicola and hit 500,000 in a year. But I think 300,000 is doable, considering I did 295,000 last year, so it's doable. I just have to keep going, try and stitch every day, even if it's only a couple of hundred stitches. Because I have stitched every day so far this year. And I've worked on five projects, started one. I don't even have time to do the black work that I want to do. I wanted to get a couple of black work designs from Peppermint Purple. I have them sort of like, I want to stitch but don't want to do cross stitch, or, you know. I might just get them anyway. They're only a couple of pounds, so they're not dear. But anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to give these guys their supper, see if it calms Charlie down a wee bit, because I think that's what he's wanting. When the alarm goes off when I like, so it's usually, you know, time for their supper. So I'm going to go and do that, and then find something nice, something good to watch on Netflix maybe, before I go to my bed, and I shall see you all in the next one. Remember guys, it's not about the number of stitches that you do, it's because each stitch is progress, and to be kind, to treat others as you wish to be treated. Kind smile, a smile, a kind gesture, kind word costs you nothing, but it can mean the world to the person on the receiving end. You don't know what someone is going through in their life. They could be having an absolute nightmare, and your action could make all the difference in the world to that person on that day. Thank you so much for your company this evening, and I shall see you on the next one. Happy stitching. Bye bye for now. Oh, and I forgot.